So if you're like me and you love Warhammer 40k and Age of Sigmar, sometimes you might want to kit bash your own models and your own miniatures. I've done that here quite a few times actually. I've got Admixter, Space Marines, obviously, and Necrons as well there. But these are characters that I can use in my games. This is also a really fun way of doing it, and also you save quite a bit of money as well, kit bashing your own miniatures. And I thought to myself, how much money can I actually save kit bashing an entire command team of Space Marines? So that's why I went out and bought one of these Black Templars Sword Brethren kits. I really like the Black Templars aesthetic, but I never bought any miniatures themselves. And to start doing that army, I thought, well, I'm going to save a lot of money by kit bashing these characters. So this one box should hopefully make all 5 of them. So they have a High Marshal, a Castellan, the new Chaplain, the Emperor's Champion, and the Ancients. More on the Ancient later on. But I think this box might be able to kit bash all 5 of those guys, except for the flag on the Ancient. That's a different story. But that was one box for £30 I bought this for. Let's see what I can kit bash with all my spare parts. So what I like to do first is have a look at the instructions and see if there's any poses I actually quite like the look of. There is one that sticks out for me. It is this dude on the right hand side. He is looking to his right, but that's just because the weapon that he's got is pointing to the right and his head's pointing to the right. But he is stepping forward rather slowly, rather stoically, kind of like the Emperor's Champion, the actual miniature itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that torso and those legs, and then I'm going to bash a bunch of spare parts onto him and see what he can look like at the end of it. And I've got a lot of spare parts. Absolutely full of spare parts. Space Marines, Necrons, Admech, Age of Sigmar stuff, all in here. It's the best 13 quid I ever spent to put everything inside here. But yeah, a lot of choice to choose from, so let's crack at it. I'm firstly going to tackle the Emperor's Champion, which seems actually quite simple and straightforward. Just a dude with one giant black sword, so I'm going to give him that a go right now. And that's it, the torso and the legs are done. This is now the blank canvas. You can now add what you want onto this miniature quite easily. You know, the arms, the weapons, the gubbins, the helmet, the backpack and all sorts. So you can kit bash this to your heart's content right now. I will say with this, the legs and the torso have to go together. They are combined together. You can't swap the legs out with each other like twist the torso or whatever. So this is basically a static pose. So now we can have stuff that we want on there. It's always best when you're doing a project is to get the parts that you like the look of the most and have them in a really easy to get area. So I use these little glass ramekins I put on my desk over here, and these are full of Space Marine parts, swords mostly, backpacks, helmets I quite like the look of there, and just have them on the side of the desk and then they won't really go anywhere. So I'm now torn between a couple of swords. The sword actually comes with the miniature itself, and a few from the Sororitas, what are they called now? The damn war suits, the baby carriers, you know. These 2 swords, they are giant looking swords. I think that's quite worthy of an Emperor's Champion to have a really big sword. But I need to cut off some of the Fidelis, I think they're called, yeah. Yeah, the one on the right looks the hardest to do. The one on the left, however, doesn't look too bad. It looks like I just need to cut off the ends of the crossguard there, and that should be looking a bit more, or a bit less Sororitas, a bit more Black Templar-y. There's a hand already built into the sword, which is a good bonus. This is pointing a bit more forward, like the actual miniature of the Emperor's Champion, holding the sword aloft and pointing forward. So I might actually go with this one. Found a good combination now. That looks... Oh, actually, you can see on the red there. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Walking forward with the sword aloft. Looks like he's leading the crusade forward there. So yeah, now time for the other arm. Helmet and shoulder pads and the backpack as well. Again, it involves just looking through all your spare bits and seeing what works and what doesn't work really. That's basically half the fun. Oh, that's kind of cool. So I found something now actually in the instructions for the Sword Brethren. It's a fella, looks like he's holding, he can't really see that well, just here. He's holding his left arm down, and he's got like a chain with a skull, and it looks like some sort of like little scanner in his skull, or an Auspex scanner, but that's very similar to the pose of the miniature of the Emperor's Champion, his hand is down to his left. He's kind of like just got his hand open. Whereas in this one, in my one, he will have a chained up servo skull. Yeah, that makes the miniature my own then. Oh, he's looking a bit badass now, isn't he? Yeah. So like I just said a second ago, he is now my Emperor's Champion. Could call it my champion, but there we go. So he's unique looking to me, rather than having like Simon over there with his Black Templar army with a Emperor's Champion, which is exactly the same as John's. Kit bash your own, make it your own, and be quite unique and cool looking. So there's a piece of artwork of the Emperor's Champion that I quite like. He's got his sword high above his head and he's going to attack some orcs. And looks like with the sun he's got a halo around his head. So I'm thinking, well, what I could do is maybe try to do some sort of like an iron halo on the back of the backpack. There's none in the kits. I thought I had one spare, but I think I used him on this lieutenant over here. Wait a minute. Just behind his head there, see that iron halo there? That to me would be perfect. But he's on here now, and I don't want to like ruin this miniature. The only other halo I've actually got is this one, you barely see, from the Lionel Johnson kit. So that might work. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. That goes actually quite well with him. So this is actually nearly done the kit bash. I need to put a tilt shield on his left shoulder, and I'm not going to add the cape because every single sword brethren here comes with a cape. I don't want a cape of the Emperor's Champion. He's a duelist. He doesn't need a long fancy cape. So we're actually nearly done already. And with that, the kit bash conversion is actually done. So I'm going to show you a few close-up shots now, have a little talk about him. This was a very, very quick kit bash, but I really enjoyed the process to film it and show you guys how easy it is to do your own characters from a big box of Space Marines. This is going to save me a lot of money doing it this way to fill out my command team of Black Templars, and it's a great way to let your creative juices flow and make the miniatures your own rather than having multiples of the same looking miniatures, or like I said before, some friend of yours having the same exact miniature. But yeah, the base is not done yet. He needs a 40mm base, so I'm going to do that separately. Actually, I'm going to build all 5 guys first, and then I'm going to do the basing so that all the bases match each other. I'm thinking like a deserty sand colour. But yeah, that's that. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please leave a like, and yeah, let me know what kit bashing you guys have been doing. And the next one I'll be doing might be the Castellan, and I've got an idea for him already. So yep, catch you guys in the next one.